Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, Best Life Lee. Well, today I am going to be doing an angel reading for you. I am going to be showing you how you can do an angel reading for yourself. I have been an angel reader since 2006, so almost 20 years, but anyone can give themselves an angel reading. Now, the angels are real and they are here, and you do have angels with you at all times, and they are not going to ever interfere with your free will. They do, however, want to help us when we are in times of, decision making. We're at a crossroads in our lives. We're really not sure which way to go, or when we're suffering, when we're in pain. And I do this because I really want to share how wonderful it is to be able to hear from your angels. And I have experienced this myself during times when I have been, unhappy because of certain circumstances that have shown up in my life, or I'm worried about things that are happening or could possibly happen. And there are times when I have just wanted to ask the angels for their guidance and help in a certain situation. And every single time that I have done an angel reading for myself, I have gotten a wonderful, hopeful message that has helped me through that period of my life and helped me to envision what the angels have inspired me to envision and think about, and ultimately land on my feet. The messages that I got were absolutely on point and guided. And so I've also done angel readings for other people. Over the years, I have done angel readings professionally. There was a group that I did angel readings for several years in a row. It was a bunch of women who got together, and they had like a summer get together on a boat every year. The boat was just docked. And they started to ask me to do angel readings while they were at this boat. And so those were really amazing experiences. I did not know these women at all, and about 15 to 20 of them would show up, and we would just do 10-minute readings, and it was just amazing. I just want to share with you how you can do an angel reading for yourself. Now, I have a deck of cards, a deck of angel cards that I have had since I began my angel reading journey. And these cards, unfortunately, are no longer available. These cards were created by a woman named Doreen Virtue, and she does not sell these anymore, and you can't sell them online. I've seen them, but she doesn't want them to be sold anymore, so you can't buy these actual cards. But there are plenty of angel cards on the market that you can get. I will link a few different types below. And I do have 2 of these decks that have never been opened, that at one time I was selling them to people during angel readings. They could purchase them, but I have 2 unused, never opened decks that I will give away. So if you would like to receive one of these, one of the 2 decks that I have, then send me an email, angelbridgelisa@hotmail.com, and let me know, and I will pick 2 winners to receive one of these decks, brand new decks, and they are a collector's item at this point because you can't buy them anymore. So I think they're really, really neat to have, and they're absolutely beautiful. The images that are on these cards are so beautiful. So what you do when you do an angel reading is, when you first get your deck of cards, they they tell you, who's they? Anybody who has been doing angel readings or is aware of how to connect with spirit and how to connect with your angels. When you get your own deck, what I did was I held the deck to my heart and just took a few deep breaths and asked that the deck be blessed and be for my highest good, or for the highest good of anyone that I would give a reading to. You can do whatever you want. Some people shuffle them, a few times to get their own energy into the deck. I don't know that that's necessary. The reason you use a deck of cards is because spirit needs something to show you what the message is. And a deck of cards with certain messages on them are the perfect way for the angels to come through and, give you a message that you can understand. We're very dense on the earth plane, and we don't understand the spiritual symbols that are being given to us every single day, every single night in our dreams. Did you ever wake up from a dream and know that there was a message there, but you were like, what are they trying to tell me? So a deck of cards is very easy for them to communicate with us, and that is why an angel reading can be so amazing. So what I'm going to do for you today is I am going to do a reading the way that I do readings and the way that you can do a reading for yourself. And all you really have to do is let the cards choose themselves. So what does that mean? Well, what I do is before I give a reading to someone or before I do a reading for myself, I just take a few minutes to take a few deep breaths and ask Archangel Michael to clear the cards. And I ask that only that which is for my highest good to come through, or the person I'm doing a reading for. And if you just connect and ask your angels a question, what are you, there have been times in my life where I was hurting because of a family situation or a breakup. Before I met Bob 7 years ago, almost 8 now, in July will be 8 years, I went through a complete upheaval of my life. And I was 55 years old, and I had been in a long-term 20-year relationship, and my life I thought that's where I was going to live the rest of my life, with these people and, this life, this family that I had adopted. And that ended, and it didn't end well for me. And I was in a really difficult place. And my angels got me through that and continued to give me hope and continue to push me in directions that I probably wouldn't have gone on my own. And it didn't take long. It took me probably 3 months before I felt good and I felt like I could move on with my life. And of course, as soon as I felt good and that I could move on with my life and that I had found myself again, I met Bob, and the rest is history. But during that time of my life, which was really difficult because it was, I was 55 years old, and I thought, really, this is what's happening to me now? But the angels got me through it. So I really and truly believe what I am telling you. I know that it's hard to believe sometimes that spirit can communicate with us, and spirit encompasses all that is available to us as human beings trying to get through a life that can be very difficult. And I have a very strong relationship with God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus. And I truly believe that God created angels to be messengers, to be helpers, to help us and give us messages in times of need when we need them. But we have to ask. They will not interfere with our free will. So you have to ask the angels for a reading, and you have to ask them, what do they want to tell you, or how should I move forward in this situation? And then once you get the message, now how do you get a message that's coming through? I use my non-dominant hand, my receiving hand, to lay onto the card that I have turned over, and then I just wait for the words that come to mind. They could be for you, they could be images for you, or they could be words, or they could be feelings that just, you know what the message is. And trust in what you're getting. What we do most often with messages that come through for us is we doubt that. We say, that's just me making it up. Well, it isn't. It's messages coming through, and when you get the hit, when you hear it or you hear it in your mind, that's your message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading for us. Like, I'm just going to ask the angels for a message that can be relatable to anyone who's watching this video right now. And I have no idea what's going to come through, and I'm just going to trust, and I'm just going to allow for the messages. And the angels will tell me how many cards to choose. And I will ask that question in my mind, and the first number that comes to mind is going to be the number of cards that I put down and then turn over one at a time. And I will just speak the messages that come through, and we'll do a reading. And you can do this for yourself at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards, I'm going to listen to my guidance, and we're going to do a reading. And I'm just going to speak out loud so that you know what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. But normally I do this just mentally inside. I don't usually speak aloud unless I'm doing a reading for someone else, which is what I'm doing right now. So I am going to speak out loud. So Archangel Michael, please clear these cards and allow me to do a reading that is going to be for everyone's highest good. And these 3 cards fell out, so I am going to put these out, and that is going to be part of this reading. And that's what I mean about allowing the angels to choose for you. My initial reaction was to put them back, but you saw that they came out of the deck. So I'm going to allow everything to just happen as the angels want it to happen right now. And this is a different kind of a reading. You know, I've never done a reading for someone I don't know who's watching this, but the angels do. And the angels know who will watch this well into the future. And there will be a message for you in this reading. I believe that. So Archangel Michael, how many cards should I choose beyond these 3? All right, so the number was 4, immediately number 4. What I'm going to do is shuffle the cards that stick in my hand are the ones I'm going to choose. And we saw that one pop up too. All right, so I have the 3 cards that came up immediately, and then I have the 4 cards that Spirit chose for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glasses on just because I want to make sure I'm reading the cards correctly, and then I am going to allow the messages to come through. So the first one we're going to turn over, and I usually go left to right, and as I said, I use my non-dominant hand to get the messages. Divine guidance is the first one that came through. So I'm going to listen a few minutes and see what the message is for you. Know that you are divinely guided. There are no coincidences. And Jesus walks with you, takes your hand, and loves you more than you can imagine. And we're all in this together. We're all connected. And we all have spiritual guidance, every single one of us. It's okay to move on. Dreams. We speak to you in your dreams. I mentioned symbols when I was talking about the symbols that come to us in our dreams that we don't understand. And we know that we're getting a message, but we don't know what it means. Get a dream book. And you need to start it someplace. And when you don't know how to understand or, decipher the symbols in your dreams, get a dream book and pick out the things that stand out to you in that dream. It could be a raven, it could be a book, it could be something in your dream that you remember. Look up in your dream book, what does that symbol mean for you? Or mean on a universal level. That is the way that you begin to start to decipher what the messages are that are coming to you from Spirit. Your dreams do mean something. And we all dream whether you remember it or not. So don't be concerned if you don't remember your dreams. That's okay too. And the next one is celebration. And what's coming to me here is to be proud of what you believe in. Be proud. Don't hide away what you believe to be true in terms of your spiritual connection. Whether you're a religious person and you have a framework for your beliefs and you pray, that's to be celebrated. But also to celebrate what others believe, other religions. Perhaps you have one belief system. It's not just that. Celebrate that we are all different in that respect. That God is not just, you have to have blinders on and you can't see any other direction or any other thing in the spiritual realm. Celebrate each other. Celebrate what you believe and don't hide from that. And that's something that I am stepping out into by sharing this, because some people think, no, don't do that. Don't talk to angels. What's the matter with you? And it's not to be afraid of, it's to be celebrated. And we, the angels, say, we celebrate you when you do that. And they're celebrating right now is what they're telling me, and they're happy that I'm doing this, and they're celebrating that I am bringing them forward to you right now. So celebrate your awareness, and whatever you believe in is right for you, and take the journey. All right, so those were the 3 cards that the angels took out immediately for us. So that sets the tone for the reading, and now we're gonna go through the next series of cards. Self-acceptance. And this is a beautiful card, and the message is beautiful too, because so many of us hide away who we truly are, or we don't accept ourselves. We want to change parts of ourselves, or we think we're not good enough. The angels say, you are beautiful exactly the way you are right now. You don't have to change anything. Accept yourself, and self-love is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. We're all exactly the same inside. And the image that we portray to the world is the image that we have of ourselves inside. So create that image inside that you want for yourself and present it to the world. You are loved. You are so loved. And the angels say you couldn't be more perfect in their eyes. Now it's time for you to love yourself and accept yourself. Truth and integrity. And as long as you are honest with yourself and with others, it doesn't matter if someone else doesn't believe you. It doesn't matter if they say you're wrong. If what you believe is what you're saying, and you're not trying to tell somebody something that doesn't resonate with you, then don't ever change what you believe because of how someone else believes. Just be true to yourself and go forward with that. And I guess that's a message for me too, because I do believe this, and this is who I am and what I live and how I live my life every day. Connecting with Spirit, connecting with Jesus, wanting to live a life that is in line with Jesus. I want to hear Jesus's voice first over my own voice every day. And I believe that. So that is why I can say this to you with a glad heart. And what's coming through is true. Healing. The world needs healing. The world needs healing more than anything. And the way we begin to heal is by forgiving each other and forgiving people that we don't even know, forgiving things, forgiving events. That forgiveness will allow God to come through and heal our planet, our people, and ourselves. I'm just kidding. You go, girl. I didn't want to say that, but that's exactly what they're telling me. And they're saying that this reading is healing someone right now. And the last card is manifestation. And this goes right exactly to what I write about all the time and what I try to, the message that I try to send, and that is your thoughts are things. Your thoughts create the life that you're living. Your past thoughts are what you are experiencing right now. And we have to start thinking loving thoughts. When you see someone on the street, give loving thoughts to that person. You know, sometimes when I'm on the road and someone zooms by me, this just happened last week. and this person zooms by me on the highway and I go, oh my gosh, you know, because I get nervous. They're going to crash into me or crash into somebody else. And instead of getting angry, which is the first response, I ask the angels to go with them and to keep them safe, because I don't want them to crash. And when we start to do that with each other, those thoughts become things. Those peaceful thoughts become things. Bless people. Bless the ones who are upsetting you. Those are the ones who need it the most. And when you run into something that makes you feel like, why is this happening to me again? Maybe you have a recurring argument with someone in your life. Maybe you have even your spouse, and you find yourself in the same situation over and over again, and you think, why do I keep doing this? Or why do we keep doing this? The thoughts that you have been thinking are coming. You're manifesting these things in your life. Instead of thinking, here we go again, or here this person is doing this again, somehow turn it around in your mind and think something else. You can think whatever you want. Wow, this person is so helpful. They want to help me right now. They want me to see what I keep doing so that I won't do it anymore. You can pretend, you can make up anything in your head. You can have a good thought instead of a negative one, or instead of entering into an argument, you can change it. And it might not change in that moment because you've created that. You know, you can't, it's not like we snap our fingers and we're doing magic in the moment. We're creating our future. We're thinking, what is our future going to be? And that is how you manifest good things, by thinking good thoughts. All right, guys, that is your reading for today. That is how you do an angel reading. Again, if you would like to get one of these decks, I have 2 that I can give away. Send me an email and I will pick 2 names and I will send you one of these decks. And they are absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And I absolutely love them. And I have been using them for years. And the messages are real, and the messages have come through for you today. I hope that you've gotten something out of this reading that you can take with you. And I hope that you will allow your angels to come through and help you, give you messages. They love you. They love you so much, and they are always with you, but you have to ask. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see more of this. You can check out my website. I do angel readings over on my website. If you did want to book one, you can. We can do an angel reading together over the phone, or we can do like a video chat. All right, guys, well, I have enjoyed doing this reading for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed watching how an angel reading is done, how you can do an angel reading for yourself. And I hope that you will give it a try at some point, maybe not immediately, but let it sink in. And I will link some angel cards below if you'd like to go out and get yourself a deck. You don't need an actual angel deck to do this. You could take some index cards and write down things like healing, miracles, self-awareness, or self-acceptance, or divine guidance, or Jesus, whatever you want to write on your cards. And then you could do a reading for yourself with some cards that you created yourself. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for staying right through to the end. And I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.